Hello, welcome to your Pick and Mix Stretch Focus class, and today we're working on all the muscles that impact the back. So if you're feeling a little bit creaky, this is the class for you. Let's start off lying on our back, please. Make sure you're on a nice comfy surface here, and then you can just draw your feet and knees together. Arms go out to the side, either in a goalpost shape or palms up to the ceiling and a T position, and let both legs drop over to the left. You can bring your left hand down and just guide the legs if you want to. Don't worry if the legs don't actually make it to the floor, just let them dangle and start to take some deep breaths. Taking your exhales to your spine and to the parts that feel sticky. Deep breath in as you exhale, one leg at a time comes up through the center. Reset, and let's let both legs move to the right now. Right hand comes to help guide if you need it. Smoothing out your inhales as your belly rises, and elongating your exhales as your belly flattens. Focusing on you. Whatever you were doing before class, just let that go now. That's not important. Just focusing on you for these few moments. Deep breath in as you exhale, one leg at a time comes up through the center, taking your right foot across your left thigh. Reaching your arms through, catching behind your left thigh, drawing your arms through, and the leg towards the chest. I like to rock side to side here to encourage the hips to open. You can also make little circles, or you can just hold still, whatever feels good to you. Make sure your right foot's flexed, that keeps your right knee safe. Take your exhales into your right hip. Deep breath in and exhale to release. We're switching sides, so left foot comes onto your right thigh. Now if you're feeling very tight, by the way, you could just push onto your inner left thigh here and not even lift your right foot off the floor, but if you can lift it up, then you can intensify the stretch a little and just rock side to side. Deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And then taking a deeper breath in, and on the exhale, releasing that leg down. We're going to carefully roll over onto our side, please, and make your way up into a hands and knees position. Now, if you've got some blocks, they might be useful here. We're going to move ourselves into right leg forward, left knee back, into a lizard position if you do yoga, and if you don't, it doesn't matter. You could also hold a little stool here if you want to. Depends how tight you are. I'm usually really tight in my hips, so I really appreciate having the elevated surface to put my hands on. So I've got right knee lined up over the right ankle here, and my left knee as far away as I can from this front foot. Now once you get here, if you want to, and I can feel already that my hips are quite tight, so I'm going to make my blocks even higher before I attempt coming down onto the forearms. And then you're hugging the inside of your right knee into the outside of your right shoulder. Again, gentle rocking side to side can help to release sticky fascia. And when the fascia is sticky, doesn't matter what you do, until it's released, you will not be able to lengthen your muscles. So particularly in hot weather, keep hydrated. That helps your hyaluronic acid that's in deep in the fascia. And if you need to drop the level down to make this a more intense stretch as things start to open up, you can. Deep breath in as you exhale, climbing onto your hands, and we're going to turn this into a crescent lunge. So start to magnetize front ankle towards back inner knee and lift your arms up. Press your hips forward. Extend your chest up to the sky. Deep breath in and then exhale to come out of it, and we're going to switch sides. Now, one side's usually a little tighter than the other. So I like to lift up my back knee and just kind of walk it back like so. We always take a few minutes in the beginning on the hands to just give a gentle invitation to the body. It does take the body a few moments to realize, oh, I don't need to tighten up, which is its first response. Actually, I'm being invited to lengthen. So go kindly to yourself while the body's figuring that out. And then maybe you try this on the other side. You can come onto the forearms and hug that left inner knee into the left outer shoulder. On the other side, if you need to climb down onto a lower setting, you can. Deep breath in, exhale, climb onto the hands, and this is where we set up the crescent lunge. So start to magnetize left instep towards right inner knee to find your balance, and then lift your chest to the sky. Look up or not, whichever feels better for you. Deep breath in and exhale. Bring the hands down. It's a bit wobbly, that one, isn't it? And then we'll come onto our hands and knees. So I'm just going to set my blocks off to the side now. And once you find your quadruped, we're just going to inhale to look up and exhale to round through. Again, inhale. Look up, maybe find a little bit of more space this time and down the front of the body. And exhale, maybe you can get more range of motion here. Push the floor away. Separate your shoulder blades. Really tuck your tail under. And then coming back to neutral. Now we're going to work on our shoulder girdle. So keeping your arms straight and the insides of the elbows forward, I want you to let your chest move down to the floor by drawing your shoulder blades in towards each other and squeezing them in. If you find this a very foreign, weird movement, you definitely need to practice it more. And then push the floor away and get really wide between the shoulder blades. So let's do that again. Inhale and then exhale to become wide. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Well done. And we're going to come to sitting down now, please. So you're going to wrap your right leg over the top of your left thigh. Sitting firmly on both sit bones. If you feel like you're all up to the side, sit on a block or a blanket. Yeah, good. Left arm comes around. Inhale deeply as you exhale. Follow your right fingertips behind you and look over your shoulder. So not only are we working a little bit on rotational mobility for the spine here, but we're actually also stretching down the outside of this right hip, which if it's overly tight, it will pull on your pelvis, will pull on your low back. So all of these stretches today are designed to just help give your back a little bit of love. And then inhale through the center. Now just staying here, only moving maybe your left heel just a little bit further away from the hips, and then picking up your right leg and just anchoring down. Now this is quite a strong hip stretch. We already did the figure 4 lying down. Very tight glutes, particularly if you do my other classes. Very tight glutes can pull on your back. And definitely I constantly have tight glutes because we're always working the glutes. So stretching them out, mega important. Try to sit up tall while you're here. You have the option to sit on a block or a blanket and just do what you can. Relax your face. Fabulous. Really Deep, full breaths. Taking your exhales to the hip. If you need more, you can lean forwards. I'm quite happy here. Deep breath in and exhale to release. Super. So this right leg is now the bottom leg and the left leg comes over the top. And again, we're looking to sit squarely on the hips, and you can have this right heel tucked very close to your hips. Just make sure you're not sat on that foot, and then your left foot comes over the top. Giving yourself a second to settle here. Deep breath in. As you exhale, right arm comes around, follow that left hand and look over the shoulder. So you want to have nice tall spine here. So even if you can do this sitting down, but you find that your spine is quite rounded, you'd be better sitting up on a block. Rotating the spine from a rounded position will aggravate your back, not help it. That's kind of the reverse of what we're trying to do today. So be kind to yourself. Deep breath in. As you exhale, unrotate. Maybe you can move this right foot just a bit further away from the hip. Anchor down that right thigh with your left leg. The weight of that leg, its job is just to hold everything down, and then sit as tall as you can. Even up the weight into the sits bones. And take some really deep, slow breaths here. Yeah, as if you're rationing your exhales. And notice the layers. The longer we stay here, how the hip starts to release a little bit more. If you want to lean forward, go right ahead. One more deep breath in. And on your exhale, release. Well done. And let's just take those legs out in front of us and just pitter-patter the knees. To kneeling, either a high kneel or a low kneel, whichever you prefer. We're going to inhale the arms, widen up, and exhale them down to heart center. One more time. Deep breath in and exhale. Namaste. Be well. Super work today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.